Well, after a couple weeks off for various life issues, um, welcome back to Hidden Worlds Discoveries. I, of course, am Brian Donahue, your one-legged GM, and my crew is with me tonight. Actually, the full design crew is with me tonight. Normal design crew, anyways. Um, Tonight we have Jesse joining us, as well as Danielle and Michael. Um, and tonight we are. See, last time we did Florida Man, we Florida Man and Florida Woman. We talked about the interesting others that they are. Tonight we're going to do our one shot for Florida Man. So before we do that, though, we have had some technical issues. So I'm going to have my team talk a little bit and see if I actually set up the software correctly. You guys say hi? Apparently. Um, so for the quick reboot. Quick reboot. So is audio working? Can you guys of course it's not. All right. All right. This again. Fine. Yep. Yep. So we're getting there. All right. Let's see if I can fix this. Who knows? All right. Yeah. Moon Day, I get you. I'm trying to solve that now because. Let's see here. No, that's not what I want. Let's try that. Danielle, yes, absolutely. If we don't have technical issues, it is definitely. That's not what I expected for the list. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, that's why we were late, as we were having um, issues. Issues is a good word at this point. And why is that not coming through? No, that's not what I want. All right. Okay, now things are not. Nothing. That's the problem. Is it? I click something off and it. Wait, maybe that'll do it. All right, let's try this. No. Let's see. Now I've got. All right. All right. When you guys say something, anything. Crap. Is it working yet? Those of you who are listening. Oh. Dang it. Okay. So you're not working. Obviously, that's not working. I had the source. It worked. It worked when I did it solo. I don't understand. Oh, wait. Duh, I didn't make it go active. Hang on. Let's try this again. So close. Okay, is it working yet? Can anybody hear Michael being Michael? I'm gonna throw something. Oh, it's not like they can hear you. Nice. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, bounce him. Bounce him quick. As it should be. Yep.
Absolutely.
I think if people can,
Okay. Did it? Let's see if it worked.
folks, can you hear us discussing something that potentially will like be really wonderful for the stream? Is it glitch with a broom? It is glitch with a broom. Oh, so you hear
Woohoo!
about
All right. Hey, vey. It's not no LGM stream if it's not broken.
Only 14 after? We did fine.
Look, this is
Fine.
why we
At
turn.
least we're here now.
You got to turn that get it to that pre thing early. That way we can listen in and like do like quick tests, and people can be like, what are they talking about? It's great.
Maybe we should. Okay.
Just unmute the audio, but keep that like pre-screen.
If people heard the stuff we said,
that
they might
be
actually be
dangerous.
like,
Well,
Yes.
considering we were ranting about cargo pants.
we were ranting
No,
about
like,
cargo
like,
pants.
Hey, we're audio live.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So,
What were we doing?
I don't remember
I
at this
do.
point.
All right.
I believe
so-
it was the 80's RV park
I'm kidding.
from Hades.
80's RV Park from Hades, correct. Hello, everybody. Last time we were with you as a dev team, we were developing a new other. This one is NPC exclusive, and it is Florida Man / Florida Woman. That's right. In our universe, they're cryptids.
They're scary cryptids.
They're very scary cryptids, which is why they're exclusively NPC cryptids. And so this time, we thought that as a dev team, we would bring you a one-shot in which your random group of players, if you're a GM, or you as a player, get to, what's the best term? Investigate?
Try to survive? I mean, what?
Try to survive. The home habitat of the Florida Man, Florida Woman.
Yes.
An RV park.
This definitely has to start innocent. Like, we are investigating something.
Oh, yes.
All right.
I mean,
it does not have to be an OTA thing. It can certainly be, any random group.
Yeah,
I want this to be somebody's incursion event, please. Where they see something weird and they go investigate.
You could run it as a incursion event for an entire like SWAT team.
Yeah,
that would be kind of funny, actually.
I want it to be the bumbling community group or whatever, where they're just like something's off about that park. It's the teenagers or whatever.
It's the incursion event for a community watch group.
Oh god!
Oh god! Yes! Neighborhood watch. It's a neighborhood watch.
Neighborhood watch.
Worse.
Yes.
That's worse.
The trailer park's just on the outskirts of one of those.
So I was going to make this combat
which
heavy.
There's tons of in Florida.
They'll figure it out.
I was going to make this super combat heavy.
First of all, it is Florida, so guns are prevalent.
You are talking
probably with community watch members, I'm sure.
You're talking about a state where they have to tell their residents not to shoot the hurricane.
Yes.
Point taken.
Yes. All right, investigation style.
Who an alligator rolling up on your lawn is just another day.
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, it literally is just another day. Okay. Investigation style one shot. Possibly
excuse to party.
Incursion event for
And remember, folks, as always, you can always make suggestions.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
This goes far better when you folks are making suggestions because, frankly, well, you're far more fun than we are most of the time.
So I'm thinking basically the trailer park parties have been encroaching
on another neighborhood or on a close by neighborhood. Oh,
yeah,
that's even
like
better.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically, and the neighborhood watch group decides they need to go in and approach, see if they can talk to the head.
I'm sorry. I just flashed on Karen versus Florida Man.
No. I got a better one for you. Because it's hilarious.
Retirees.
Retired veterans versus Florida Man.
Not all
That would-
retired veterans, but there definitely will be some retired veterans in this.
Yeah, it's a retirement community, and they're just tired of it. They're tired of the riffraff.
I mean, you're going to have some New Yorkers in there.
Yeah.
New Yorkers do
Snowbirds.
love their retired to Florida.
So if this is a retirement community neighborhood watch versus the 80s RV park, you're going to get the non-other version of Karens as well.
Uh-huh.
Especially if some of them are New Yorkers. Let's face it.
I'm just picturing that this retirement community had been here, and then just the RV park just like appeared. It's like it just one trailer. The next thing you know, there's a whole park there.
Well, I mean, it could very well be. You've got so you've got the RV park that's been there for a while because let's face it, all the Winnebagos are up on blocks, right? There may be one or two Airstreams, old Airstreams,
Yes.
in and amongst them. But it was originally a camping area that turned into just kind of an RV park that nobody left.
Perfect.
And you have this retirement community that started out fairly small and far enough away that they didn't really interfere. And then, of course, that retirement community keeps expanding
as well.
And then, so eventually they become neighbors, much to everybody's chagrin, frankly.
So you could be an esoteric, you could be the OTA being called in to as from the retirement community. You could be members of the retirement community. You could be an independent company. You
can move anytime. You can move in anytime you want, but you can never
Just
leave.
can't leave. I dig that. I dig that.
And I don't know why, but I'm just imagining it that one of the Florida men, like they make it there, they make it to the camp zone as like a scout, but it's more like akin to like germs, where like you're just like you blink and all of a sudden there's like 12 of them there, and you're like, it was 2 seconds ago, like literally I timed it.
Yeah, I mean that would certainly, it would only take one to become that attractant for others, let's face it. Probably one of them is a meth cooker.
Oh,
probably.
Yes, of course. There's like 3 trailers that just move around as a group. If you thought for a second I was not going to have the big boom there, you are wrong.
Yeah,
exactly.
If this doesn't literally end in a big boom, we're writing this wrong.
Oh, it has to. It has to. Okay, so I gotta figure out how to write this.
So let's go with major buildings.
All right. Because I was going to say, we've already defined Florida man and Florida woman themselves. We actually statted them out last time.
Yes.
So, wait, what's the name of this RV park?
Oh,
We got to name the RV park and the name of the retirement community.
Yeah.
For
Any
time, if
suggestions?
people are watching, this is for suggestions. When we need names, we'll
Yes.
always take suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
For either the RV park
Moon
or
Day,
the
are you still
retirement
with us?
community. Moon Day, you still there?
Moon Day comes and goes.
Moon Day. Man, all I can think of is Leroy Jenkins.
Well, my brain was going Shady Pines. Was it? Wait, we can't do that.
Because that has big Florida man energy to me. No,
Yeah.
I know. It has big Florida energy to me, or Florida man energy.
I almost want to name Florida man Leroy Jenkins just because.
That's just one of the many names he's known
Well, we
by.
could do
Right.
LJ.
I mean, this is Florida Man. He
Exactly.
has aliases. All
Well,
the aliases.
I mean, we talked about how there's
Yeah.
more
Oh,
than
yeah.
one, right? And they do reproduce, unfortunately. So,
Excuse me.
Shaded Moss Studios, you still on with us?
It me. I'm Shaded Moss Studios. So yes, I am.
Is that you? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Confused
So,
us there.
let's see. A good
Tried to tell you.
retirement community name. Something.
Rip Van Winkles.
People have to want to go there. It has to sound
Right.
like fancy.
So this is a Florida retirement community. Beachside Park. Nowhere near a beach, nowhere near anything. It's
Smack dab
Beachside
in the
Park.
middle of Florida.
Yep.
Twilight
Beachside
Beach
Gardens
Park.
or something.
Ooh, Twilight Beach Park. I like that.
But yeah,
Mhm.
everything's Twilight.
Hmm.
All right.
Not that time.
No sparkly. No sparkly. Let's hit him with a flamethrower. That's a whole other thing. Twilight Beach Park.
You only get the other Twilight if it's that retirement community that's next to the plastic surgery place.
All right,
Yep.
an RV park. What's a good RV park?
So this would have been
Oh, I'm not
established
freaking out.
again. Bad 80s. So
Well, we talked about it as something that comes and goes, so it's like rolling something or other.
Oh, rolling. Okay.
Is what I was
Rolling
thinking.
Rest RV Park.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I still want LJ's just because I'm a dork.
Hold on. LJ's Rolling Rest RV
Rolling.
Park.
Yeah.
All right.
There's more than one out there.
Yep.
Oh yeah. This is a franchise or whatever.
It's exactly right. It's a franchise.
It's either a franchise
franchise.
or just uncreative people.
Or it's a group of Florida man and Florida woman. Florida men, Florida women,
Florida folk.
people,
Florida
Florida folk.
folk.
Ooh, I like that. Florida folk own
Florida folks.
This-
Yeah, that's good.
franchise of RV parks. So there's at least one Florida folk RV in every LJ's Rolling Rest. It's how they replicate, survive, multiply. All of them bad. All right, Rolling
That's
Rest.
Look, there are rabbits with lower multiplication cycles.
All right. So we've got LJ's Rolling Rest RV Park. Twilight Beach, it can't be park. It's got to be Twilight Beach
Estates.
Estates.
Gotta sound fancy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You know, it's classic. It's got a pool, a clubhouse. There's a par 3 golf course.
It's an older community, so it's a par 3 small putt course.
Oh no, it's still a full golf course because they can walk around, but par 3 means they can still hit long balls.
Okay.
But it's not a super long walk.
But if we give it a golf course.
Oh God. That's what the trailer park starts encroaching on.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, that's yes. Okay.
At one point, they were just over there on the other side of the golf course.
And then all of a
They had their
sudden you
buffer.
found some refuse in the sand trap.
It started with just beer cans, and then the coolers started showing, the styrofoam coolers.
Yeah. Golf curse. Sorry. Typed golf curse. All right.
Appropriate still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when the raccoons started taking up residence in the coolers, started becoming a problem. Or would it be baby alligators?
So I'm
Gators.
Gators.
So the golf course was originally created to be that buffer between the estates and the RV park.
Oh yeah.
I love that we want gators in the park, even though we're literally as far away from the water you can.
Anywhere there's a pond, there's
I
a
know.
gator. Anywhere
Also-
there's standing water.
But
Oh.
I assume the people at LJ would literally just, get baby gators because they're
Yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Some for the kids.
No. Gators are Florida folk familiars.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Yep.
I gotta put that.
At some
yes.
point, we need an encounter or something when you roll for the random number of gators and a bunch of them are just babies. You can't enter the community for a sec because there's just a convoy of gators.
Yep.
Make way for ducklings, but gators.
Yep. They
Want
don't
that to be
have a
repeating
duck.
theme throughout the one shot. There's just always this train of gators.
I was gonna say they don't have the duck crossing sign. They've got the gator crossing sign all over the
Yep.
roads in the RV park.
Hand painted signs that say pet a gator.
Oh no. Do feed the gators.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, you can just I think we've do you want to put any more in there? Because I kind of have that middle image of a bunch of those ranch style houses, one story, no stairs.
If it's a Florida retirement community, it's either ranch houses or it's double wides.
We'll go with ranch.
They're ranch. This place is fancy.
So this
They've got a golf
is an
course.
older. That's true. This is a golf course. So, all right.
It's
So
one of
let's
the
do that.
early ones.
Yeah. So a bunch of ranch style housing, and they've got just about everything they need. They might go off the property to go grocery shopping, but there's a
And of course, they have to visit the mouse when the grandkids show up.
Well, of course.
Mm.
Let's see here. No, it's Florida. You can't do a split level. You can't go below ground often.
It's a swamp.
They
It's a
don't
swamp.
have basements for a reason.
Yep.
True.
Building below sea level. Such a great idea.
Well, remember, it's a retirement community. That's why they're all single stories.
Yeah.
Well,
Stairs are murder on the hips.
there would be a couple because there would be people who would need to buy that bigger house.
There's stair lifts.
Yeah,
You just
they
get
have
the
the
chairs
chairs.
Exactly.
and ride it up.
Exactly. What the heck is starting? All right.
That's where their family stays when they come to visit. They can stay upstairs.
Yep. That's where all the guest
I can-
bedrooms are. Yep.
I can already see the pool every Wednesday is just full of all the silver sneakers in their water aerobics classes.
Yep. Anything else we need to notice about the Twilight
I
Beach
think that-
Estates?
I think that gives enough for us to either expand upon it later or for GMs to give it a
Sure.
little extra, whatever they would like.
Mhm.
All right. So what about the RV park?
Oh God. So obviously it started off as, an actual legit RV park.
Right.
But the office is the office where you would rent stuff is now run down and abandoned.
It's also like an old Quonset hut, like on a military base style, like metal building that's just
Okay.
yeah. Because it's just this. Yes. Uh, you know what? I think that they still technically accept new people. Nobody really wants to move in there, but so they do have a registration office that's open occasionally.
No, it's open daily because that's also where like they can get their bags of ice and
Ah,
their
yes.
sodas. And
Yep.
of course there's the gator petting there. See live gators.
Mhm.
All right.
Adopt one.
Adopt a live gator.
Registration building.
Gotta get him as a baby so you can train him up right.
All right.
Oh God, there's so a gator fighting ring in this.
Yeah, probably.
Not in public view normally. It's back towards the back. They keep that
They're
as
like
far away from
Pokemon.
the
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
right. Let's see here.
Uh,
in
they
that-
also
There
have.
is a mini one that's just a kiddie pool that's been dug into the ground.
Actually, I was about to say there is a pool empty.
Hmm.
Well, not swimmable. If it's a pool, it's got water in it. That's
Fine.
been
Yay deep.
rain. Now if it's been there long enough, unless there's a crack in the pool, there's 3 or 4 feet of water that you wouldn't want to touch, let alone swim in or drink from. I mean, you got to give space for the gators to play, right? Oh,
True. Enrichment. They need it.
Ice, snacks,
Gators.
sodas.
yeah, I can't type today.
Gator Enrichment Center.
Gotta take care of your precious babies.
Thank you so much for that. Yes.
Pool is now the Gator Enrichment Center. No. Remember, this is where the baby gators that people can come see are is up front. The Gator Enrichment Center's like in the middle of the place.
Those retirees on the watch better be careful. They might become part of the Gator Enrichment Center. Gosh, that is the threat. If they get caught, they're just going to get thrown to the gators.
I mean, yes.
And then hold on, and then you get to run a person in doing hand-to-hand, maybe melee combat with a gator. Someone's gonna be all over that, and they're gonna enjoy it. No, actually, no, you cannot currently make a weregator, and I'm okay with this.
You can't make a playable weregator.
That's true.
Right. You guys got to get me out of here. I've been investigating this place for months. I can't seem to leave.
All right.
I'm trying to think of the other classic places. Oh, there's here's where your mini golf course is, because every RV park
yeah.
I've ever seen has a mini golf course.
Yep, and a little playground for the kids.
Rusty.
It's a 7-hole mini golf course.
There
Not
were
9.
9.
Yeah.
There were 9. Unfortunately, the castle made a really good meth lab.
Oh, I was gonna say the Gator Enrichment Center overlapped onto the the mini golf course.
But it didn't even do it in like an obvious spot, like right at the beginning or right at the end. It's like it enveloped in like the middle of the course.
It had a stream that ran through the
Yeah.
course,
There's just, like,
straddling
some
2 holes or
barricades up.
whatever. And yeah, they had to
Yep.
end up putting up barricades because of, well, gators. So they've got
Yep.
the
They forgot the cardinal rule of no standing water.
a rusty playground.
Mhm.
Hashtag tetanus.
Yeah.
Hashtag what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. No.
How do you spell tetanus? Tetnus, I think.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Nope.
Been a while since I've had to type tetanus. I'm not sure.
I think you need an A in there.
I do need an
Tetanus.
A in there. Yes.
I think it's tetanus or something like
Yep.
that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it
Hold
is.
on. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you the mechanic for that. If you enter the rusty playground, just the area of it,
Mega health.
you have to make an HEA roll versus tetanus. There's a lot of potential HEA rolls. Gator Enrichment Center.
Meth
Yeah.
lab.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, local cops won't go anywhere near this RV park.
Oh no.
They learned
They learned.
a long time ago. They just ignore it. It's yep. Anything else about the?
Oh, there's the game room with pool table. And
But it only
paintball.
has like half the balls.
It has half the balls.
It's a warped table. There is a foosball table. There's no foosball to play with it, but there's a foosball table.
I want to go the opposite direction. There's only one pool table. There used to be 2 or 3, so it's like all of the balls and a bunch of sticks or whatever, and just one pool table. It gives them some potential weapons for later. Pick up some pool balls.
I like
And a
that.
single, still functioning arcade cabinet.
Is it
Yes.
the old type that where you sat down and played Pac-Man?
Yes.
Yes.
It was a high end. It was the combo Pac-Man Miss Pac-Man.
Ooh.
That you found in every Pizza Hut ever.
And it still works.
And it still absolutely still works. By magic, probably, but
Faith. There is a lot of faith. That machine is powered by faith at this point.
Yeah.
with 3 partial.
All the 8 balls are missing.
Insert obvious joke here. Sure.
So they just use one of the random extra white balls as the extra 8
well,
ball.
I mean,
and that
here-
never caused any confusion whatsoever.
it's 3 partial pool sets. They don't
Just they wrote
combine to make a
number 8
full
on it
pool
with
set.
Sharpie.
No.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Is they took a cue ball and wrote an 8 on the Sharpie with a Sharpie. So occasionally that rubs
Yep.
off, so they got to pick
Yep.
one and write it on there again.
works.
Half the balls have Sharpie on them because they
Yep.
still can't make a complete set.
Yeah.
And they
Or
didn't
it's
even
like
do
the,
by writing 8 on it. They literally used the Sharpie to color it black.
Yep.
Kind of like too though is those stickers you buy that are like the numbers you put on your house for your address. Like some of the balls are labeled with those.
So they don't roll straight. They are warped
They
and
roll a
go.
little
Yep.
wonky.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then instead of getting like the really
Wah,
small
wah,
ones, they're the
wah.
1 inch
Yep.
ones or the 3 inch ones.
So they wrap around the ball. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just whatever they could find.
Yet
And none,
somehow every single teenager
And
in
none
there
of them are
can
the same size
hustle
either.
anyone with them.
oh yeah. None of the number styles match any of the other ones because they've all been picked up
Yeah.
randomly. Right?
Nope. Mm-hmm.
Sit down. Trying to think if I write this if we're going to get sued by Atari or whoever owns them right now.
Hold on. Sit down arcade cabinet. That's all you have to put.
Yeah.
Because then
Classic
people can have fun
sit-down
with
arcade.
it.
Yeah.
From Old Pizza Restaurant.
From Old Pizza.
There we go. All right.
Hold on. Touching the joystick of it gives you a -10 to all HEA actions until you wash your hands from the pizza grease that's still on there.
Questionable
Yeah.
stickiness. Just call it questionable stickiness.
It's pizza grease.
Uh-huh.
It's like when you clean your ceiling fan in your kitchen.
All the
Yep.
dust. You're like, oh god, mistakes were made.
Does it
Just
give you a
like this
negative
solid
modifier to your hand-eye coordination because you're like slippery? You're good.
Look, I'm predicting no, that's just it's an automatic trap because someone's gonna be dumb enough to grab the joystick and be like, I'm gonna put in a quarter and play some whatever this game is. And okay, cool. Now you have
No,
-10.
It's still an SC versus health. Now, it's going to be a high health roll, but it's possible to pass it. Not likely. HEA of 35.
I just wanted it
Woof.
to be they get greasy hands, and so they can't hold their weapons or anything.
Oops.
Woof.
Yeah. Greasy hands. -5. Fire 2. Holding, well, anything.
Yeah, modifier to HEC until you wash your hands.
C-based.
I see we have a couple more viewers. So if you are new to our channel here, we're building a one-shot and we definitely welcome input from our viewers. So if you have an idea or feedback, please put it in the chat and we'll try to incorporate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the current one shot is the 80s RV park from 80s. Because last time we did Florida Man, so this is or Florida folk. I dig that term. And we're talking about the various. This is an investigative style that likely will turn into combat.
Yeah. We're currently coming up with all the hazards of the RV park.
Yep. All right, so we've got the game room,
The 7-hole putt-putt course.
7-hole putt-putt course, the Rusty Playground, the Gator Enrichment Center. Because you know,
Gator Enrichment Center is just going to be combat if you are captured. They are just going to toss you to the gators.
I mean, sure, it is a Gator
They need
Enrichment Center.
enrichment. They're precious babies.
enriching the gators with protein.
So I mean, what would be a bit? We could even throw some basic Gator stats in there, like
How do you think they learn?
we'll let the well, when we go to write the actual one shot, I'll come up with some stats for that. We do have to have meth lab.
meth lab.
We do gotta have meth lab.
That's a weird statement, but it's true. So meth lab.
Did we give the Florida folk powers from using meth?
I believe we did actually.
Yeah, because that's why they're a cryptid who turned into a chemical.
That's it. Yeah.
Which is
Why they
why
can never
they're a
be
chemical
PCs.
cryptid. Yeah, which is why they're not playable.
Meth plus moonshine equals.
Ooh. Oh, so we have the meth lab and we have the still.
Nice.
Oh,
Twice the boom.
The still is currently on the golf course.
No, it needs to be in a separate.
There.
It's in the rough.
It's part of that, like you in the last hole, you have to like knock and then you can't get it back out. It's like in part of that enclosure.
Oh, the mini golf course.
I feel like the still is in the back room of the registration building.
Oh yeah.
Because that's where they get the homemade hooch, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
they gotta monitor it.
Right.
Yeah. Wait. It's not in the back room. It's a room that they built onto it.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. A room, a shed. I mean, a lean-to, kind of however you define it.
Shed is probably
Crab shack. Crab shack.
Yeah.
It's a love shack.
It is Florida folk.
It's a funky little shack.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just dated ourselves, huh?
Uh-huh.
Look, it's still on the radio. We're good.
All right.
I think the meth lab is definitely one of the hardcore, this will initiate combat areas. It is heavily guarded, heavily protected.
Oh, yeah. I almost want to say that at these parks, like, yes, they have a meth lab, but they don't necessarily distribute or sell the meth outside the park.
Right.
It's almost that.
Self-contained.
Yeah, it's almost that it's fueling.
It's their community guard. It's their community guarded.
It's the heart of the Florida folk RV park. Take out the lab and the faith that sustains all of their buildings.
Oh my gosh.
Actually dissolves.
I love that.
And that puts your win condition on the field.
Yep.
Destroy the meth lab.
Yep.
Taking out the hooch facilities would
just makes them mad.
No, actually, I would say it disables because it's another area that they would guard. It disables their hold my beer ability.
Woof.
I like it. I like that we're making this one a lot more detailed than the last.
Yeah.
Free for all.
Well, because we've made the Florida folks so strong, and combat, you want I'm just thinking of like ways that players can think creatively.
Yep.
To like give themselves a few advantages here and there.
I just meant in comparison to our the medieval fair thing. Craft show.
Yes. Yep. That was the Fey Fey MLM versus the Ren Fair, yeah. Or the
Yeah.
Or
The
even on Black
Celtic
Friday.
The
Fest.
crafters. Yeah, the crafters.
Yep. All right.
Honestly, after that, we could just put in.
So let's talk about members of the. Let's lay out some members of the group. Let's do the neighborhood watch.
So we already dubbed. We've got at least one veteran.
Absolutely.
We probably need 1 to 2 veterans, depending on the group. The size of the group.
Okay, pick a war.
Oh,
Korean.
Vietnam.
No, Korean.
Korean's going to be too old. When are we setting this?
Oh, good call.
Mm-hmm.
Even Vietnam is going to push.
Yeah, Vietnam is officially too old.
I mean, we got to remember, Desert Storm was
The 90s.
90.
It's got to be Desert Storm then, right?
Yeah.
If this is post Dragonfire, it's Desert Storm.
If he's 30 in the 90s, 2030, that
Yeah.
could be retired.
Yeah, that'd be in the 50s.
Yeah. So 1 or 2 veterans. Desert Storm if post Dragonfire. Vietnam if late.
Korea.
Let's call it the late or early 2000s, right? Which I kind of like the idea of running this in the early 2000s because then you don't have the OTA to muck things up for, well, Florida folk.
Well, we're doing 2000s, then that would not be Desert Storm.
No, that's what it says. So it's Desert Storm if it's post Dragonfire, or it's Vietnam if it's early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that works.
Which will be 2 very different vets.
That's why my brain was going, I need to look at the year of the Korean War.
Korean was 50s. So that puts it way 50s. Yeah. 50 late I believe late
50 to 53, early 2000s, that would work still. And that would make it so you could do 2 Marine builds because the Marines were in Desert Storm and the Marines were very heavily in the Korean.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
I feel like we need at least one in their 60s, still think they're 20.
Okay.
You know, the hairstyle is still of their youth. The nails are perfectly done. Yeah.
Okay.
They can fight nasty.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right.
So I think we got one grandma who thinks she's 20.
Mm-hmm.
Interpret that as you may, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And then, of course,
grandma from...
we just have classic grandma.
Yeah, but from where?
Cooking, baking grandma. Oh, the 20s is definitely our New York City person.
Either New York City or California.
Oh, the
New
LA person.
Yeah.
It'd be New York because
But why
California
would you
would
go
stay
to
in
Florida
California.
from?
True.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see them.
Okay. So one grandma from New York who thinks she's 20. We have at least one
Oh,
retired cop from the north. We don't want to do New York again. We don't want to have another New Yorker.
No,
So
there's plenty of choice.
it's got to be Midwest, Detroit, Boston.
Boston.
Retired Boston cop. Even better. Retired Boston detective.
Yeah, that one.
One person.
Hey, Dave.
I got one for you. The their who's their liaison? They need a liaison.
For
It's
Who?
the neighborhood. It's their official liaison.
Oh, it's
From-
the official busybody. That's a New York Karen. It's got to be a New York Karen, right?
it doesn't have to be New York.
It's got to be an East Coast Karen.
Yeah,
Jersey.
Oh,
Jersey.
yes,
Jersey
yes.
works.
I'd have to come up with those stats. I would have to come up with those stats. I was going to say a Jersey Devil.
Nice.
Yeah.
Non-cryptic.
I mean, I got to specify because we already did
Yeah.
the Cult of Karen. So this is all that energy without the actual powers, right?
Hmm.
She's the leader of the group.
I really want like one person who's actually from Florida, grew up, lived there their whole life, and who's like roped their child or grandchild into helping with the investigation.
Oh, I like that.
Can't be.
So we just need. Is this? Are we working Granny and Kronk into this?
Pretty much.
Hold on. That would be we'd take the grandma who thinks she's in her 20s, make her from Florida,
Yeah.
and she has her visiting son, her visiting grandson who got roped
It's
into
something
it.
fun we can do together.
And yes.
Visiting grandson for the summer.
Yeah.
that's even
Where's he
better.
visiting
Yes.
from?
I like that.
Visit. So if they're from Florida, if she's from Florida,
People
He's
do
gotta
leave
be-
What if it's
Florida.
visiting?
College age.
so college age, probably went to
MIT or some
I
percent.
was gonna say community college.
By the way, David, yeah, absolutely. The Karen is the self-appointed organizer.
Yale. Yale.
All right.
So college age, but just got into college, and they're about, and this is their summer with grandma before they go to Yale.
I kind of want them to be like in between their first and second year of college so they can get some stats from something, some ranks in something from their first year of college.
Okay, so
It's all their
grandma
gen ed
thinks
though,
she's
so it's not
20s,
anything like super useful, but
from Florida. She's got to be from Miami.
Oh yeah, definitely.
oof.
Means
If we have two grandmas who think they're in their 20s, they definitely have beef with each other. Just
No,
so
we
you know.
just
the
changed the
one.
New York to Miami.
Yeah, we changed
Okay.
New York to Miami.
Just change
Um,
it. Okay. Gotcha.
So and then
I don't know why, but I think grandma who thinks she's in her 20s is a widower or a widow.
Oh, of course.
Feels right.
Yeah.
yep.
The dating
One-
scene in these retirement communities is
We don't wanna
very
talk about it.
competitive, and I can tell you that from the experience of my grandmother.
It's
They revert.
Competitive.
Hold
They need
on.
to stay out of
Yes.
Florida and stay up north because there's plenty of men who want a new wife up here. According to my mother, they won't leave.
Yeah.
They won't leave the ladies alone.
So grandma's 19-year-old
Yeah.
college grandson
We're
staying
poodle.
with her for the summer.
Grandma cannot be a werepoodle. None of these people, considering it, we've made everyone except for one person a senior citizen. None of them are wares.
Correct. I mean, we could.
One of them could have a nasty poodle.
No, it's Florida. They've got Chihuahuas. Or mini poodle.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess a mini poodle is a possibility, but most likely it's a Chihuahua.
I'm actually looking through the collection, seeing if I want to make any of them an other.
Yeah, I don't actually mind a werepoodle. It's kind of funny. They just contracted it late. That's why. That's the grandma from Miami.
Grandma from Miami is a werepoodle.
That's why she's so spry. Because she's a were
A werepoodle.
who's hiding it from her grandson.
The pink. Hold on. The pink hair
Oh yeah.
stays.
Yes. Yes, please.
The pink permed hair stays.
Yes. Oh gosh, that's why it's perfect.
Yep.
Her hair just looks the same. It's just a poof on her head or it's a poof on the dog.
Hiding her curse.
Classic old lady
from
short
her
curls. It's fine.
grandson. So not only is grandma investigating, but she's also trying to hide her curse from her grandson while he's staying with her for the summer.
Mhm.
Her grandson's a veteran and a detective.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. It's terrible.
Gosh, do you assign
don't-
these
I-
characters randomly? Because I feel like she's gonna have an edge up on.
No, hold on. I'm actually looking at the debating if I want to make the veterans or I want to make the grandson another other.
No, I think one other is fine. Where
They're going up
I don't
against
like
others.
I don't like Yale for the grandson.
No,
I
I'm not
feel
feeling
like-
you.
I want
I feel
community
like
college.
no, I feel like it's an SEC school, so it's like Tennessee or Bama or someplace like that where there's so it's far enough away to be away, but not too far away.
Okay.
Um,
Ah,
isn't that like a really good art school in Georgia?
Actually, Georgia Tech would be perfect.
All right.
It's a good school.
What am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of SCAD.
Oh yeah, SCAD.
I've known few people who went there.
Attending Georgia Tech. What are they attending Georgia Tech for?
If it's early 2000s, I would say probably the tech boom.
They could be tech boom
I was gonna say
regardless.
computer stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just programming. Just
Yeah. For
Uh,
IT. For
I mean,
just computers. We don't have to be too specific.
considering they're going to be the only tech person on the team.
Yeah, and we are putting them in their
Oh, yes.
just after their first year of college, which means they're not very far in their degree.
right.
The only tech literate person
Yeah,
in that
but-
entire crowd.
Grandma,
If
turn
it's
it
early
off
2000s,
and back
though,
on
they had a
again.
Zanga. They know how to code.
So early 2000s, no cell phones. I mean, less likely to
Yeah.
have cell phones. They're stupid expensive.
Yeah, true.
Or they're just the prepaid minute ones.
Well, I mean, nothing fancy because
I
that
was
would
about
have
to say, you gotta
been
buy your minutes.
that would have been pre-smartphone. Maybe,
Yeah.
I mean, other than
Yeah. 100%.
crackberries, because crackberries were around.
All
Yeah,
right.
all I had was my drug dealer phone, as they call them now.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
One of the veterans is a lifer. So
Okay.
they did they retired out.
So let's see here. So if
Or
we
they both did.
do, how many do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4,
One of the
5. So
one of the
if we actually do make 2
Yeah,
veterans,
put grandson on there.
one retired out, one has PTSD and had an incursion event while he was over there.
Ooh.
I like that.
Okay.
2 veterans.
That gives him a leg up. That's good.
Gotta have at least somebody who's seen something other than
One
our poodle.
Yeah. Or rather
retired Marine,
gives them a leg up, rather.
non-com.
Of course. If they did 20 years, they made it all the way up.
Yeah. But they didn't go to OCS. They didn't become an officer.
Oh no, why would you?
So retired Marine non-com, and then
So that
one
would
of them.
codename Gunny. You just got to do it. You have it. It's there. Codename
Yeah.
Gunny.
Or he's just called Gunny. I mean, it wouldn't matter. He's just known as Gunny, frankly.
Yeah. One.
So one PTSD. That's going to be ugly to play.
Well, we don't have to do PTSD, just, had an incursion event. So
Had their incursion event.
which pretty much does imply
Yeah.
some PTSD, but it was
Wow,
enough that when their term was
and
over, they left.
after
10 years.
serving. I'm going to say they served 1 tour of duty and were done.
Oh wow.
So
They saw some stuff.
they.
Yeah.
So what did they do after that? Because that's where we had. Well, let's call it 2 tours.
Mhm.
The classic civilian contracting afterwards.
I don't want to make them too powerful.
Security guard.
I was about to say security guard.
The worst possible job that unfortunately becomes a very common one.
Yep.
Yep. Became a mall cop.
No. Come on, I can do better than
Actually,
that. Ready?
that's perfect because a mall cop makes you ready for Florida.
It's true.
That, or honestly, I really just thought of this, like the idea of them having been campus security at Georgia Tech. So if the grandkid brings up school at all, I'll be like, "Oh, you're going there," and then they can dish some dirt. Or have you
Oh
been
my
in the tunnels
gosh.
yet? What
He could have been
tunnels are you
both.
talking
I was gonna
about?
go with
We're looking
gonna-
at
That's true. Could have done both.
we're looking at 20 years.
I was gonna go with military base security because
Yeah.
they hire extra security. They hire guards on top of like civilian contractors on top of that.
No, I
it's
don't
so-
want to. I don't want to
Mall
give him
cop and-
any actual, like, real experience. I want him to get Florida folk level experience. So mall cop, campus security.
Perfect.
Mall cop
Yep.
and-
Security for the mouse.
They see some wild stuff and they just kind of sigh deeply and shrug and then
Yep.
get
They're
to
used
work.
to it.
theme
They're
park
used to it.
security.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
theme park security. No, thank you.
Mm,
Oof.
no.
that would be really interesting.
How about they just they got with a security company that just basically farms out their stuff on a contract basis.
I know we're in
You could
Florida.
do that.
What if they became mouse security?
Oh, That yeah.
Theme
Oof.
park security for the mouse.
But then that's crossing two. It's crossing two cryptids.
Across,
That,
yeah,
but
we're crossing the screen.
that gives them a potential in, because remember, Florida folk worship the mouse.
Mm-hmm.
They can
Forgot
be
about
creative if the player is creative. And let's face it, theme park security would suck.
Especially for the mouse, because you have to do it subtly.
Right.
that. Yeah.
You can't ruin the magic.
Oh my gosh. Now I just want them to be dressed up as like palace guards from Cinderella or something, and just like the person who's being disruptive thinks they're getting a special experience, and they're really just.
Okay, I kind of dig. So we've got a retired gunny, got the theme park security, got the grandma werepoodle, which is terrifying.
The tech kid.
The tech kid,
Yeah, I gotta put the tech kid on there.
the retired Boston detective, and the New Jersey Karen.
I'm gonna ask the question. Everyone else seems relatively useful. How is she useful?
She's not. That's the point.
Not everybody has to be useful. Remember, that really well, they'll have influence. They'll have ranks and
Right.
influence.
They're gonna have to have like
They'll be
serious
the social
influence.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is because I'm also thinking about this from a player point of view of that if you make a character that's useless, then
here's the thing.
no matter how funny it is, you still want the character to be playable.
Sure,
Right.
and I think Karen is absolutely playable. Again, we give them the social influence stuff.
Bonus to slap.
Well, and she'll be fun to play. She's just not necessarily going to be super useful in combat.
She's
Hold on.
gonna have the force of personality
Yeah.
to
Oh,
do a lot of things. Yeah.
I would like to change New Jersey
Ooh.
Okay.
to Southern mega church wife.
Oh,
She's a
Oh,
oh my gosh.
she's
Changing the game right there.
she's a retired mega church pastor's wife.
Didn't we give the Florida folk that basically you get drawn in it and become one of the mob. So
yes.
we need somebody with high faith to resist.
So let's see. Southern. I don't want to keep digging into Georgia, Alabama. No. We almost
Just
have
say-
to go to Georgia. We almost have to go to Atlanta for mega
Honestly-
churches.
You can go to Kentucky or Tennessee now.
Honestly, just go mega church.
Just
Southern
megachurch.
mega church. They can pick
Yeah.
whatever state they're from.
True.
Retire.
Mega church.
I mean, is this house really big enough for a megachurch person?
If she's a widow,
I was about to say she's got to be a
She's
widow.
a widow.
yes.
Yep.
And if she's a widow, and oh my gosh, if it wouldn't be a traditional megachurch, it would be an early.
Televangelist.
It would be a televangelist pastor's wife. Again, think scandals. Think yes.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't be megachurch. It would be televangelist.
She lives with her sister.
Yep. In the retirement community. That way it makes a little more sense why she might live there.
What if Granny's her sister?
And we got to round out this Boston detective a little bit.
Granny is her sister.
Hmm.
Granny's
Miami televangelist? Yeah.
That'd work.
All right. Yeah, we do need to round out the Boston detective. Lives with her sister, Granny. They have one of the 2-story houses.
Hmm.
Yep.
And she's a faith user.
Definitely a faith user.
Yeah.
Oh, the social force of will, faith. Dear God in heaven.
The faith in I'm right.
A faith-based Karen. Ah. Ah.
Oh, somebody would love to play this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I would love to play that.
In a one shot, especially.
Oh,
I don't
in a
think I
one-shot?
could keep it
Oh.
up for a campaign,
Yep.
but
Oh,
for a
hell
one
no.
shot.
Any faith-based character. Faith in self-righteousness.
Yep.
It's so true.
She is right, and that is what her power comes from, 100%.
I mean, after Scandal, it couldn't be faith in faith, whatever her faith was for the televangelist. It has to be faith in self-righteousness.
Let's be honest. Most of those people, they stopped faith a long time ago. They are much more like cult leaders.
Probably true, yes.
All right.
So,
Retired Boston detective.
retired Boston detective.
What is he? What is
Bored. He's
I
bored.
don't want them to board for sure, but they
Yeah,
only
he's
moved
just a-
down here because their spouse wanted to. So
Yes.
they do not like the climate, and they do not
Hell
like
no.
being here.
They
It's
can't
too
find good
humid.
dunk.
So he's just the ultimate grump. He's the grumpy old man.
Grumpy retired detective who still thinks he has all the power of law enforcement, right? I mean,
Oh, no.
I
he's
think
a retired Boston detective. He absolutely still thinks he is the guy when it comes to law enforcement.
since we already have someone who's very, for lack of self-righteous, that's her power. I think maybe going more with the grumpy, like, is just looking for something because he's bored out of his mind. And so he volunteered for the neighborhood watch because it gave him something to do.
His spouse told him it'll be good for you to have something to do.
Yes,
Maybe
that's
you can give
absolutely
the neighborhood watch some guidance. Like
That is-
their spouse is trying to, get their confidence back up and get them invested in something so they're like less miserable here.
resents the wife for moving him down here.
But he'll never get divorced.
Right.
He's definitely the white socks, sandals,
Oh,
shorts. Definitely.
cargo shorts, colored cargo shorts, white socks, sandals,
No.
tropical
Polo
shirt,
shirt.
White Sox. Not White
Okay.
Sox.
black socks.
Reds. No, Red Sox.
Nice.
Oh.
No, wife wouldn't let him get away with that. So it's got to be. It varies on the
She
day.
does the shopping. She does
It's
the
going to
shopping.
be white socks or black socks. Probably with a Red Sox logo, though.
He's got the ball cap.
He's got
Yeah.
always wears the ball cap.
Always the ball cap.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No one even knows if he's bald because that ball cap never comes off.
Yep.
Because you never see him in the pool.
What do you do? He goes into the pool. He's there for the water aerobics. He just doesn't take off the hat.
Right.
Yep.
The thing is
Well,
sweat
he
stained
can't now
beyond all
because he'd
reason.
have the tan line. Yeah.
And the sweat stains. Oh dear God. The thing's practically sun
Yep.
bleached.
Spouse tries to wash it once in a while, but definitely sun bleached.
It's got, hold on. That thing is so
Won't let
old.
spouse wash it because you'll fade the color, but it's already sun bleached.
Right.
The thing is practically armor. It's so old.
Creating these
I
characters.
like the
just-
idea of having just a passive, like it's somehow an embedded faith, like object or something. Because he's put too much power into it, his own personal belief. He has
If
no faith powers. It's
Oh,
just
God,
his
it works-
hat's
no,
lucky or something.
it's his
Oh, yes,
it's his
it's
lucky
It gives him a luck bonus.
it's his lucky talisman. If he doesn't have it, he gets negative modifiers.
Hold on. If he
Yep.
doesn't get it, if he doesn't have it, he gets the curse of the babe. Oh my God! Do none of you know about the curse of the babe?
Nope.
I know I'm assuming you're talking about Babe Ruth.
That is 100%
My assumption
yes.
as well.
I know
They
I
didn't-
heard about a curse, but I
The
never
Red
forgot.
Sox would like make it to the playoffs and even to the championship, but they did not win since they traded Babe Ruth off the team. And it was over 100 years, and they always called it the curse of the babe. Like literally
Wow.
that massive losing streak was called the curse of the babe.
All
Okay.
right. Yeah, I think the hat absolutely it's not a good luck charm. It's negative modifiers if he does not have it on. Period. You know.
Hmm.
Wow. And we've
He
now
has
gone.
convinced himself it is a lucky talisman, in which case he is.
Yeah. I just looked up. We've gone over an hour, not including our technical issues.
I was gonna say
Hour and 10 minutes.
Hour and 10
Yeah,
minutes.
about hour 10, yeah.
I mean, I think we've got it.
Victory conditions. Let's round this out real quick.
The
Yes.
still, the meth lab.
Meth lab causes the faith that maintains it. Like these things look like they're about to fall apart. They actually are. The moment the meth lab is destroyed, it actually causes all of the RVs and the still and everything, if it's still around, to just collapse under its own weight.
Okay.
Hmm. Oh, excuse me.
If they don't manage to take out the meth lab, but they take out the still, they've at least taken a blow. Major blow.
Hmm.
So that's not a win, but that's you accomplished something.
So
In an ultimate fail, you slowly become one of them.
So
that is the
what-
worst outcome. Second worst outcome is the Gator Enrichment Center.
So victory condition, shut down the RV park is obviously the big victory condition, right?
Mhm.
So what is the auto failure conditions?
Non-living.
Hmm.
Being
Sacrifices
unalived.
to the enrichment center.
Yeah.
Capture
Which
and
would-
convert. I think that's
Converted.
pretty much the main one, or being driven off.
Yeah, okay. Converted. I don't think converted's the Florida folk don't have the conversion
No.
mechanic. So it would be
They lose the golf course. They take it over.
this is gotta be a time thing, right?
Yeah.
Um
I guess my question is, they're just investigating. They're not seeking, like they're trying to find enough evidence to get the park closed down. Is that kind of the thought?
no. Again, we talked about cops won't even go there. So
Yeah. That's
I-
the start.
right. So the start is the investigation.
Mhm.
Let's see. So being unalived is obviously they're being driven off.
I think the RV park grows every X amount of time. And when it does, it's because the lab has gathered enough faith for it to expand.
Oh, I like that. Lose the golf. All right, so hang on, let me go back up and grows every 6 months. So it's noticed at this point. The 6 month time frame.
It's a week away.
Yep. Come on. It is 1 week away.
And it's a I don't want to say an exponential growth, but it's like it grows like 10%,
Right.
and it's going to eat a large chunk of the retirement community, like the golf course.
It's going to eat a large chunk of the golf course, which is the
Mhm.
pride and joy of the parks, of the estates.
Is that the only thing the retired detective actually likes about where they live? That
Yes.
maybe he golfs.
Definitely.
I'm not
He-
losing this.
He is an avid golfer. That's new double wides.
All right. This will be a large chunk of the golf course permanently. All right.
How do they know it's going to eat the golf course permanently?
They have tracked.
Has it already eaten parts of it?
Oh yeah, it's already
Yeah.
encroached.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
already encroached. I mean, yeah, par 3 9-hole course is actually probably appropriate for this. So we talked about it's a par 3 course. But it would encroach. So they've tracked it. They know it's coming. Take more than a week. All right. We have victory conditions. We've got autofill conditions.
So this could be run over a series of sessions. You could try to push this out in a really quick session, but this is definitely a pretty good module.
I was gonna say it's probably 3 or 4 hours minimum. Potentially a couple sessions, maybe 3 or 4 sessions on the outside, depending on how off target your players get.
Oh yeah, you could finish this up in a session if they all want to like rush the meth lab and blow it up.
Well, they're going to take heavy penalties.
Oh yeah.
Auto failure. If any investigators are unalived, so if any of the investigators are killed, it's an auto fail. This gives them the caution that would not work with murder hobos.
Yeah, because
yeah. Anything else we need for this?
oh, Gunny is heavily armed.
He's not supposed to be,
Probably.
but he is.
They could be. I mean, it's Florida, so getting heck, they've got permitless carry. Well, they wouldn't have in the 2000s, but they would have concealed carry.
Actually, no. Gunny has like an old service piece and like that kind of stuff. No, Mr. I had an incursion event and have been doing this stuff. He's heavily armed.
he's
Paranoid.
paranoid armed. Yeah. So retired Marine now Gunny has See, Gunny has from.
I mean, either way, he'd probably have something like a 1911.
So he has a 1911 and a
A 16.
no M1 Grand.
Oh yeah, because those are collector's pieces,
Correct.
functional collector's pieces, but
Functional
collector's
collector's piece and a whale of a lot of fun to shoot.
Oh, they are.
Yep. So this guy is paranoia armed with no militia level armed. All right. Grandma's not going to be armed.
Of course not.
Grandson's not going to be armed.
Nope.
Retired Boston detective has a 38 special. Has a 38 snub.
He's got to have something, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I was wondering if by this point, actually, he would have a 38 snub if this was the early 2000s. He would have a full Glock if it was later,
Actually, he probably had. Well, the 38 snub would have been his ankle piece as a backup, regardless of the time period.
His wife's hidden his better gun.
No, if it's modern day, the Glock would have been left with Boston.
Yeah,
because it would have been a service weapon that they would have kept. So he has a 38 special snub that he carried forever, which means he's really good with it because he carried it for years. And is also armed with a freaking very large collection of golf clubs.
Yes. I wanted somebody swinging a golf club.
And of course, Karen has faith in herself.
As well as a surprise. Hold on. Remember, she's a Southern lady. So she also has a surprising number of assault rifles.
Televangelist.
No. My evidence. There's a wonderful show on a certain broadcasting network about some gemstones that are royal.
First of all, fantastic show. Really good ending, actually. I was really surprised. Second of all, that's modern day. If she went through the scandal and everything, late 90s, early 2000s, before this, that would have been...
fair.
They would not have... Their guards would have had those.
Mm-hmm.
But they wouldn't have had those. Besides that, she doesn't need anything. She's got her self-righteous faith.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is a heck of a one-shot. Can't wait to write this one up too. Eventually we'll get there. All right. Anything else that we need to add to this now that we've been live for about an hour and a half?
I think that's a good one.
This has been fun.
Mm.
Any of you folks doing anything else streaming wise, social media wise, anything like that you want to talk about?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I think a lot of us
need caffeine. This Saturday, so as we're recording this Saturday is MuskyCon in Muskegon, 10 to 5. I'll be there with several of my minions. It's gonna be a blast.
So that'll be that's March 16th, 2024.
Yes, March 16th, 2024. If you're watching this a year from now or whatever. Again, as of this recording, which is again March 13th, 2024.
Muskegon, Michigan.
Yeah, Muskegon, Michigan. March as of now, we have officially submitted, so a couple real quick announcements. We have officially submitted the artwork and paid the rather hefty down payment for the manufacturing of the new upcoming card game, Stealing Scenes Action, which has gone from an original 2 to 6 player fun game to a 1 to 8 player party game. Again, playing in 15 to 30 minutes, depending on number of players. But artwork is in. It's gorgeous. If you want to see some of the artwork, watch for the Twitch show on Sunday, because I'll be designing some other stuff for that, including a tote bag and maybe some t-shirts and that sort of thing. You'll see some scene artwork, that sort of thing. I think that's about it. I've got some more shows coming up in April. 2 shows in April. We'll be at New Baltimore Anime Comic Con the first weekend of April, so the 5th and 6th and 7th, whatever those days are. Sunday, April, I want to say 28th. We'll be in Holland, Michigan for Tulip City. Memorial Day weekend, we'll be up in Traverse City at Cherry Capital. And if things go right, we may, just may, have copies of the new card game, if everything goes well. And then in July, we'll be back in Grand Haven and Lansing. Grand Haven for Kogan Con, Lansing for Capital City, where I'll be a guest. And then November, Grand Rapids Comic Con, I'm a guest again this year. So, and we will be doing a live show again, because it's been way too dang fun to do the last couple years. Yeah, it's been a blast. And we'll be continuing that, plus other seminars and fun stuff. So all kinds of things coming down the pike. Other than that, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Thanks for chiming in. David, I know you were here. Trying to think who else. Moon Day was here as well. Thanks for joining in. We will see you. We're hoping to make this thing, the Wednesdays, more normal. We're gonna, our goal is to actually go to basically once a week, or every Wednesday eventually, because we'll actually be doing some, not just the discoveries, but some live action role playing as well. So we'll actually be doing we'll do the live play, and you'll see some familiar characters and some not so, and some brand new characters. So those are coming. Yeah, and then Sunday nights, I'm still doing the layout and design on Sunday nights, where I spend 2 hours and I answer questions about graphic design and all that stuff. So, yeah. Anything else, folks? Cool. Then we will call this the end. And from myself and my dev team, we thank you much for joining us, letting us have fun, and create these awesome adventures. We'll see you later.